Okay, Eddie again. For some reason, I wanted to do a little bit of a Bell's palsy video for um, sort of a cowboy type. I did one for drag queens earlier, and drag queens are much nicer than cowboy types, I think, but I think it would be easier to break the news to a cowboy. So I'm going to go on and do this a breakdown of what Bell's palsy is for men with high testosterone and that such. So that and so forth. Okay, so don't worry, big guy. You're going to look more rugged than you've ever looked. It is going to be a look that you will be able to enjoy for 4 to 6 weeks. Now, if you get your treatment right away, you might actually have it for a much shorter time. I'm hoping that this time I have it for a shorter time. I caught it a little bit earlier, but as you can see, it makes your face look kind of like intense. So, like, maybe not even like a cowboy if you're like a biker, you know, whatever. Like, looks don't matter as much as like power. And honestly, if you're gonna get in a fight and you are like, you know, in the peak of your prime, like you've got all the energy because you don't feel that sick when you have this, but you have a dead face, like you're gonna terrify the ever living crap out of someone. You just animate the one side, you know, and you're like, oh, it can be real terrifying. A scar would be good. But I don't know. I mean, it's not such a horrible thing, I guess, as a rugged person to be paralyzed. It takes much more of a toll on people who are concerned, kind of, with you know, prettiness or cleanliness or skin condition. You know, I kind of fall somewhere on that spectrum. Like, I don't give a crap about taking care of my skin, and I don't take care of my hair much, but I don't want to have a paralyzed face. I draw the line. Like, I don't fall into that category where I can just be like, yeah, I look tough. But you, whether you're the cowboy that I started off with, or, you know, the guy later that I was speaking of, who was just sort of more of a masculine biker type, this isn't a bad thing for you to have. You're going to look interesting and rugged and weird for like 4 weeks. Now, if you want to feel better, you can blaze a fatty. I anecdotally hear that is really helpful for neuronal regeneration. I do not partake, obviously. So I do not recommend that, or, you know, I don't recommend or not recommend that you guys do this, but if you do like to do that, carte blanche. I've heard that it helps with that nerve growing back. No drinks, though, and I know that's the cowboy way. Like, you are not having any of that fine brandy. You're not having any of that moonshine, and you're not going to be having any of that beer because it will actually interact badly with your the medicines that you'll be taking to stop this from happening. And again, if you haven't seen the other videos, they're a little more serious about this, but it's no big deal. You'll be fine. Rest, fluids, and then also make sure that you don't look like hell if you vlog, but make sure that you just take care of yourself, and if you do go out, stick to the herb vaping preferably, and stay away from anything hard, and no booze. Anyway, hope that if you do have Bell's palsy, that this makes you a little less afraid. It can be scary, although I know you would never be afraid because you are a man's man, and you're fine anyway, and you don't care if you look bad. Kind of, but in a rugged way. You can't look like way off. This just makes you look kind of messed up, not horribly messed up, right? These are stupid.